在接下来的日子里，我们真正的工作开始了。无论你们投的票是给哪一党，让我们全部要记得，我们只有一个蔡厝港，一个新加坡，让我们同心协力，共创新的奇迹。为了我们新加坡接下来的50年，为了我们的蔡厝港创下一个活跃的社区，一个更美好的家园。谢谢大家。
Dear residents of Chua Chu Kang GRC and fellow Singaporeans, we thank you for your trust and support. You have our word that for the next 5 years, we will do our utmost best to listen, to serve you, and work together and make Chua Chu Kang an active community and a better home for all of us. If there are gaps, we will work with you to bridge them. If there are needs, we will work with you to meet them. If there are questions, we will attempt to address them. So residents of Chua Chu Kang GRC, let us all now come together as one community and build the future for our children and family. This is our home truly. This is where our hearts and destiny belong. Majulah Singapura!
Kepada penduduk GRC Chua Chu Kang, terima kasih atas sokongan anda. 亲爱的蔡厝港集选区居民，非常感谢你们的大力支持。Dear friends and residents of Chua Chu Kang GRC, thank you for this strong mandate given to the PAP team to be able to serve all of you for another term. But as we celebrate this victory, we pledge to remain humble and reach out not just to the voters who supported us, but also to those who did not, to try to listen to their views and address their concerns. We will work even harder to bring all segments of our population, our residents, together to build a unified community in Chua Chu Kang GRC. Chua Chu Kang, voila!
Chua Chu Kang, 大家好。谢谢大家的支持。Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam semua penyokong dan teman-teman. Selamat malam kepada semua. Kami sepasukan ingin mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan bagi sokongan anda. Kami akan terus memperjuangkan kepentingan anda semua. Saya rasa bahawa masyarakat Melayu kita kian membangun dan saya melihat potensi kita berjaya menjadi masyarakat yang cemerlang di Singapura dan di arena global. Jadi mari kita terus bekerjasama sebagai masyarakat untuk terus memperjuangkan kemajuan bagi masyarakat kita, bangsa kita dan negara kita. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, dengan rendah hati kami ingin mengucapkan sekali lagi terima kasih kerana memberi kami peluang untuk terus berbakti kepada masyarakat dan kepada negara. Residents, friends and supporters, thank you for entrusting us with your vote, and we will do our best to serve you and keep your concerns closest to our hearts. This win has been about you. It has been about Chua Chu Kang. It has been about Singapore. This campaign has thrown up many different views, opinions and concerns, different shades, different colors. It has been meaningful for me, and I will do my best to address your concerns in Parliament and the constituency. Let's move forward and heal. Let's not be divided by ideology or political agenda. Let's work together to build a better Singapore for all of us. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank and commend our opponents, the NSP, Sebastian, Hazel, Tony, Chesilan, and Nolela, for giving us a good fight, for doing their best on the ground and contesting gentlemanly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are humbled by your support, and thank you once again for giving us another chance to serve the constituency, the community, and our beloved Singapore. Majulah Singapura! Thank you very much.
I think for me the important thing is to make sure that we set an example. In demonstrating that if you participate in opposition politics, you are actually contributing, and it should be seen as part of no difference from national service. Can hear, right? It should be seen as no different from contributing, as no different from national service. From national service. If you have ideas on policies and you have observations that you noted in society, that you feel that things can be better done, then I think you should actually come forward and offer whatever you have. So for that, I feel that it's important that specifically for young people also to understand what's happening in the country, to get engaged and to understand how actually policy and politics actually affect them, and so they should actually take a keen interest on Singapore politics.
Just now you say you're quite happy or money.
Because I think for ourselves, the first part is that we definitely did our very best. Whatever constraints that we have, we fight them, and in the process we actually garner a very strong team of people with us, and there are a lot of bonding as well, so I thoroughly enjoy it. And again, no different like a military exercise, so it's actually through that you actually galvanize people together, and you're in that for a good cause, and in the process I think that we hope that we educate a lot of Singaporeans about policy making, politics, and basically simply what are the things that we could do to make the lives of ordinary Singaporeans better. I also have to add that the results, election results aside, the challenges that we face as a nation has not overnight disappeared. The question now is that all the parliamentarians that are actually elected have that responsibility that's been entrusted and given the mandate to do what's best for the people. And I think that's something that at this stage in the journey for Singapore, the parliamentarians need to understand that the responsibility is very heavy. I'm not sure actually. I come to you with no expectation. My expectation was simple, as I said earlier, to make sure we set a good example of it so that more people will want to do it. The second one is to make sure that we go through the process and it's really about a journey. And I also had to add that in the process of doing this, I learned a lot from Leela, Jess, Hazel and Sebastian, and many more other election agents, volunteers. And you see people coming forward offering their service And I've highlighted earlier that the polling and yesterday, when we were trying to gather the polling and counting agents, we have numerous that step forward. So today, as far as possible, I try and thank whoever that I can meet to thank them in person. Yeah.
这个大选的成绩来说，其实一开始的时候原本也没想过会赢，只是一旦竞选开始了，因为真的很投入，而且一开始做就会想要做到最好，尽全力，希望能够赢。所以知道成绩的时候，开始的时候真的会很失望。不过过了1小时以后就已经接受了。我也不是没有受过打击的人，所以其实对我来说，任何一次打击，我都觉得是一个学习变得更强的机会。除了对于这次大选的成绩有些失望之外呢，其他方面我觉得我们获得了很多。就是我一开始决定踏入政治的时候，那时候为自己设立了3个目标。一是以身作则，希望更多的人能够挺身而出，对于加入反对党没有那么抗拒。2就是希望能够提高人民对政治的参与程度，而这方面我觉得这次的大选中真的就新加坡来说，真的取得了很大的进展。尤其是许多年轻人开始对政治感到有兴趣，也对于各种政策对自己生活的影响开始有了更强的认识。当时第3个目标是希望能够从外界给予人民行动党压力。我觉得这一次因为不只是我，也有很多人怀着同样的目标，所以因为大家一起加入，我觉得我们在这方面也取得了很好的成绩，所以对于这一方面我很满意。
失败的原因？
我觉得我们的准备功夫做得不够。这一次大选我真的学了很多东西，一面在做，一面在想下一次大选应该如何做得更好。